Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to discuss on the topic solar energy. What is solar energy? Solar energy is energy from the sun that is converted into thermal or electrical energy using solar cell is known as your solar energy. It is a clean form of energy, otherwise it is also known as green energy since it does not cause any pollution. Next one is your solar photovoltaic cell or solar cell. What is solar cell or solar photovoltaic cell? The photovoltaic cell is a semiconductor device that converts the light into electrical energy. The voltage is induced by photovoltaic cell depends on the intensity of the light which incident on a solar panel. The name photovoltaic is because of the voltage producing capability. The name of the photovoltaic cell is named as because of their voltage producing capabilities. Next one, construction of photovoltaic cell. The semiconductor material like arsenic, indium, cadmium, silicon, etc. are used for making photovoltaic cell. Mostly silicon and selenium are used for making the photovoltaic cell. The upper surface of the cell is made up of thin layer of the p-type material so that the light can easily enter into the material. The metal rings are placed around the p-type and n-type material which act as their positive and negative output terminal respectively. The working of solar cell. It is consist of two type of material. One is a p-type material, another one is a n-type material. When the light incident on the semiconductor material, when the light incident on a semiconducting material, it may pass or reflect through it. The PV cell is made up of a semiconducting material which is neither a complete conductor nor an insulator. It is made up of a semiconductor. The property of the semiconductor material makes it more efficient for converting the photon energy or light energy into electrical energy. When the semiconductor metal absorb the light energy or the photon energy which is coming from the sun, the electrons of the metal start emitting, and this happen because of the light consist small energy particles called photon. When the electrons absorb the photons, they become energized and start moving into the material. Because of the effect of electric field, the particles move only in one direction and develop current. The semiconductor material have a metallic electrodes through which the current get out of it or goes out of it. Let us consider a figure which is shown on the screen. Here you can see PV cell is made up of a silicon and the resistive load is connected across it. Getting or no? This happen with the help of the load which is connected across the p-type and n-type semiconductor material. The PV cell is consist of p and n-type semiconductor material or layer of a p-type or n-type semiconductor material. These layers are joined to form a p-n junction. Here you can see this layer is joined to form a p-n junction. The junction is the interface between the p-type and n-type material. When the light falls on the junction, the electron starts moving from one region to another region. So this is the way how your solar cell works. Next, how solar cell installed on the solar power plant. Here you can see in the screen solar panel is there photon energy is incident, or it is incident over a solar panel or PV cell. From the PV cell, the output is given to MPPT, maximum power point tracker. From there, DC output is given to a charge controller, and from the charge controller it is given to the battery. From battery it is given to the inverter for DC to AC conversion. If the load is DC, then from the output of the battery it is directly given to the DC appliances. And if the load is on AC, with the help of the inverter, DC is converted into AC, then the output of the inverter is directly given to your AC appliances. Next, what is maximum power point tracker? It is a special kind of digital tracker that follows the location of the sun. The efficiency of the photovoltaic cell depends on the intensity of the photon energy or the sunlight which is falling on it. The power of the sun varies with the time because of the movement of the earth. So for absorbing maximum light, the panel needs to be moved along the sun. Thereby, maximum power tracker is used with the solar panel to track the maximum sunlight or photon energy which is coming from the sun. Charge controller. Charge controller regulates the voltage from the panel. It also protects the battery from overcharging or overvoltage. Inverter. The inverter converts the DC current or direct current into an alternating or AC current or vice versa. The conversion is essential because of some appliances require AC supply for their work and some appliances require DC supply for the work. Therefore, we are using inverter. Next one is classification of energy source. Your renewable energy is classified into two types. One is a conventional source, another one is a non-conventional source. Again, your conventional source is divided into two types, commercial and non-commercial. Commercial is your petrol, coal, electricity. Non-commercial is your firewood, dried down. Non-conventional energy is your bioenergy, solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy and energy from urban waste. Next one is a conventional source of energy. Conventional source of energy are the natural energy resource which are present in a limited quantity and are being used for a long period of time. They are called as non-renewable source of energy also. They cannot be generated at a speed which can sustain its consumption rate. They are formed from decaying matter over hundreds of millions of years. For example of conventional source of energy includes your coal, petroleum, natural gas and electricity. Next one is a non-conventional source of energy. Non-conventional source of energy are the energies source which are continuously replenished by the natural process. These cannot be exhausted easily, can be generated constantly over a period of time, so it can be used again and again. This non-conventional source of energy is also known as a clean energy since it does not create any pollutant. One of the best example of a non-conventional source of energy is a solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, biomass energy and geothermal energy. Next is your classification of the solar collector. There are two types of solar collector. One is a non-concentrating type solar collector. Second one is a concentrating type solar collector. What is non-concentrating type of solar collector? It is a flat type solar collector. The flat type solar collector is of two types. liquid flat-plate solar collector, another one is a flat-plate air heating collector. Another one is a concentrating type. Concentrating type is your focus type. Your focus type is divided into four parts. Line focus type, one axis tracking. Another one is a cylindrical parabolic concentrator. Number two is a fixed mirror solar concentrator. Number third one is a linear fluorescent lens concentrator. Number B is a point focus type collector, two axis tracking collector. It is also divided into four parts: hemispherical mirror collector, parabolic disc collector, central tower receiver, and the second one is a non-focus type collector. It is also divided into two parts: modified flat plate collector, compound parabolic concentrator. Next one is a non-concentrating type solar collector. In this type of collector, it absorbs the radiation as it is received on the surface of the collector. Here both beam and diffuse radiation is being used. It is a simple construction, no need of solar tracker is there. In case of a non-concentrating type solar collector, we does not require any MPPT or maximum power tracker for tracking the solar radiation. High temperature is not obtained because of the absence of the optical concentration. The area from which heat is lost and the area from which heat lost is too large. It is simple in construction and compact construction. Next, concentrating type solar collector. In this type of collector, solar radiation is converted from large area into a smaller area using optical mean. Or in this case, first increases the concentration of radiation per unit area before it absorbs. Concentration can be obtained by reflection or refraction of solar radiation by the use of mirror or lens. Solar tracker is required in case of a concentrating type solar collector, whereas in case of a non-concentrating type solar collector, MPPT or maximum power point or solar tracker is not required. Here high temperature can be obtained due to concentration of radiation. Diffuse radiation cannot be obtained, whereas in case of a non-concentrating type solar collector, both beam and diffuse radiation can be obtained. It has a flexible construction as compared to your non-concentrating type solar collector. Next one is your liquid flat plate collector. Okay, liquid flat plate collector. You can see the schematic diagram of a flat plate collector on the screen. What is flat plate collector? Now it is a collector where heat is exchanged. It is a collector where heat is exchanged with the help of water. Since it is a liquid flat plate collector, here the liquid that we have considered is water. Here the heat exchange takes place with the help of the water. So this type of flat plate collector is a heat exchanger that converts the radiant solar energy from the sun into the heat energy. Therefore, it is also known as a greenhouse effect. It captures the solar energy and uses that energy to heat the water in the home or the tub where the water is being placed. Here you can see absorber plate is also there. What is the function of the absorber plate? The absorber plate is an element that intercepts solar radiation inside the collector and is responsible for transforming solar energy into a thermal energy. Next one is your glazing cover or transparent cover is there. Glazing cover, transparent cover has a function of isolating the solar collector from the external environmental condition and allowing the solar radiation to pass through it. This cover also causes a greenhouse effect. Next one you can see housing is there. Housing is also there. What is the function of the housing? What does it does? Housing serves the house, the rest of the component of the solar collector. This includes is a typical type of a box where all the flat plate collector component is being placed. Now, next comes to your operation of a flat plate collector based on heating. This flat plate collector operation is based upon heat transfer. Solar radiation falls on the heat absorbing plate of the collector. When the incident solar radiation heats the absorber plate surface, a part of its energy is converted into heat energy, and the temperature of the solar collector increases. In this way, the liquid which is placed in the tube is transfer of heat or exchange of heat takes place. Thank you. This is for today's class. If anyone having any doubt, you can ask me.